I made the announcement at Simone Biles' tour not too long ago in October that baby number 3 was on the way, and we announced it on social media. We're super excited, but this is the first time I get to talk about it on camera, and my husband and I are over the moon. We have so much excitement and love and just joy in our hearts, especially since we've had 2 losses over the last 10 years. This is just such a magical pregnancy and just a journey that we're both very much looking forward to. I absolutely have to know the gender. I am the type of person that is such a planner that there's no way I would be able to go through the pregnancy and not know what I need to buy, not know how to plan the nursery. I'm just that type of person where I am a planner, and people who know me always laugh because I have Thanksgiving set up right after basically Halloween, but it's just kind of like my thing. I like to get organized. I like to get ahead of things because my life is always hectic and there's always something that pops up that's unexpected. So the earlier I can get ready with everything in the nursery, and baby's coming around early May, but I think because I've always delivered early, baby's most likely going to come at the end of April. So I have to really try to deliver baby between regionals and nationals, and hope that it comes on time, and we'll see how it goes. But I have to get to the nationals with my level 9s and 10s, and baby will be a newborn. So that'll be a very interesting process to see how it all shakes out. Mike and I always wanted more kids. It wasn't that we never wanted more children, it was just that circumstances didn't allow it. When the gym opened in 2018, that became sort of our baby, and it took up so much time and energy and stress, and we were raising our children, and now I have a teen and a tween, and here we go. We are on baby number 3 coming at 40, and it's certainly different being pregnant at 40. But for the most part, I've embraced 40. I don't think that I've ever felt more confident, have had more self-esteem, and have felt better about myself than I do right now. And I think that's a beautiful thing. All of my life experiences in the last 4 decades have turned me into the person I am. I'm proud of who I am. I like myself. I appreciate those experiences that have made me grow to be who I am today and to be in this place now, because years ago I would not have said these things, but with growth and maturity and wisdom, you start to realize what's really important in life. And I think at 40, I certainly know that a lot more than ever. But I'm embracing the journey, and we're super excited to see what this little bundle of joy is going to bring into our lives and what kind of personality this baby will have. So we're really excited about this new life journey, because our children would honestly be graduating high school and we're gonna have a kindergartner. So yeah, that's us now. So that's the new norm, and we're gonna have to embrace it. And I think this time around, I'm really gonna try to enjoy it a lot more. Carmen and Vincent were very excited when we first found out about baby number 3 on the way. Vincent got very emotional and he was super excited. He's like, "Is it for real?" And so it was just a really magical moment to see them excited, and Mike was super excited. They were among the first to know, and Carmen and Vincent were so good at keeping a secret as we were getting through the first trimester and then just waiting to make sure everything was okay before we could make a public announcement. Everything flew by with Carmen and Vincent so fast, and we had so many challenges early on in life, and I just feel that this time I can actually take a breather, and perhaps that's what's the real blessing in all of this, is that I can hopefully enjoy this part of our lives a little bit more because I have more maturity, running a business, running the family, running the kids to where they need to go, trying to still eat as best as I can when I'm always on the go. And that's always the hard part, is the balance of it all, and finding time to spend time with Mike, and finding time to finish up some other goals and things on the calendar and schedule before the end of the year and before baby comes and before our lives get shaken up a little bit. The priority is always to obviously continue to take care of myself. And the way I've been doing it now, because this pregnancy has caused a lot of exhaustion, do I need a little bit of extra rest? Do I need a little bit of extra nutrition? Do I need to get an extra smoothie to make sure that I'm lasting throughout the 4-hour practice, when sometimes mid-practice when I'm coaching I get a little bit hungry? Now I know that I need to act upon those. I don't just ignore them, because clearly there's a little being that's asking for food inside. And so I have to listen to those things a lot more and be attentive to what my body's telling me in that regard. What I'm most grateful for this past year is family and unity, loyalty. Everything that my family has gone through, we are stronger and so much closer because of all of it. And I'm very grateful that we're all in the place we are today, and we're very close. Love and marriage is about trust and loyalty and being there for one another through hardships and trials and tribulations, and loving each other through all of the stages of marriage. The beginning, the honeymoon phase is easy. As time goes, it gets a little more challenging. But water the plant and make sure that you give it sunlight and love and attention and nurture it. And I think in all relationships, that's a very, very important thing. But trust and loyalty for us has always been number one. And that has led us to basically just passing our 15-year anniversary. So I would say Mike has taught me probably some of my greatest lessons. And as my partner in life, I can say I've learned so much from him. He really taught me how to be comfortable and confident with my voice and confident with myself to say the things that I knew were right. And I think that led me to, a very important era in my life where I gained confidence in my speaking, because a lot of my prior coaches used to put me down, say I was stupid, I wasn't intelligent, and made me lose confidence that I had that ability, even though I used to speak in front of the cameras all the time. It didn't bother me as a child, but I also wanted to mature and grow and speak even more intelligently in my 20s, 30s, and now as I'm entering 40s. And then my yoga teacher, Tracy Reinhardt, she is really one of my greatest teachers. I adore her, and she's done so much for the yoga community, but also to instill positivity and just faith in me. But just the way she teaches with so much heart and compassion. She has taught me a lot, and a lot of times people think that people who are successful don't need positive reinforcement, but honestly, when you make it to the top, there's very few people that give you positive reinforcement. It seems like there might be a lot, but it can be a very lonely world when you're at the top of your game, and it's a very competitive world. So those kinds of things are important to keep in mind, that who you surround yourself with is so important to eventually how you start feeling about yourself as well, until you learn to have that self-confidence that no matter what, I know who I am, I own who I am. But everybody, every now and then, needs a little positivity and reinforcement and encouragement. And it only helps make the world a better place, that's for sure. Oftentimes, social media always makes somebody feel sad or bad about themselves or their life. But remember, most people on social media are only putting the best parts of their lives on there for you to see. It's a world that they've created that's not always true. But remember, your self-worth should never come from social media. It needs to come from your family, your home life, the people who are inspiring you, the people who are inputting positive things into your life, and they're adding to your emotional bank accounts, not withdrawing from them. I feel that as a coach, I've learned that skill very well, to where I show my athletes I am compassionate, I care about you, I care about your well-being, and I want to make sure that you're staying healthy. And yes, there are times I have to push you within reason, a calculated reason, but I always care about them, and they know that I care about them because I show them that, and that helps their self-worth. I believe I said it even to one of my athletes not that long ago. I said, your self-worth doesn't come from if you hit your back handspring back tuck on the balance beam. And she started laughing up there because she was having a tough day and she was, very upset with herself and frustrated. And I said, look, I still like you as a human being, even if you make this balance beam skill or not. But one day when you make it in competition, I will be the happiest person in the world because I know how hard this was for you. And so, those kinds of things to bring in some jokes and lightheartedness into the gym can be a good thing when the training becomes monotonous and things like that. But I can assure you that my self-esteem was chipped at so much as a child that is one thing that I believe that I'm good at helping our youth and the children that come across my path, of uplifting them. And that's something that I take seriously because I see how it can easily affect the rest of their lives. When your self-esteem is down, you start to go down a really bad path. So you just have to be very careful to be observant if you're working with children. Make sure that these things are addressed early on, but try to uplift a child as much as possible because that will help them into their adulthood. Being a mom has taught me to probably be more patient than I ever thought I could be. Definitely much more patient than I used to be in my younger years. I think you have to be. It's also allowed me to become a better coach by being a parent because you understand what children are going through different phases in their youth. And so being a mom has changed my life forever. It's hard to imagine a time where I didn't have children, and life is just very different before kids and after kids. And it's made me a better person. I think even more compassionate, more empathy, and I really think it's one of the greatest jobs in the world.